Hey everyone, how's it going? So today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate Coco in the barn. So for this layout, if you haven't seen my last video on how to automate flowers in the barn, so for this layout, I'm actually going to use the same layout. Well, I say same, I tweaked it a little bit, and I did tell you guys that I was going to let you know if I tweaked it. Well, I guess this is also my way of showing you that I tweaked it. I'm going to be using the same layout that I used in the flower automation for the barn. And so what you're going to want to do, and this is actually the best way I've found it. So you're going to, first and foremost, what you're going to want is you're going to want 48 tents. And I will correct that if I am wrong about that, because I was wrong about it last time. Yeah, and I was wrong about it this time. You're only going to need 24. But yeah, you're going to want 24 tents, and that can work for whatever setup you want, whether that's the suspension racks with the pot and the light. Just get 48 of all those, but that's going to be a really expensive setup, so entirely up to you. But anyways, so what you're going to want to do, you're just going to want to lay it out like that. And then what I actually found was you can set up a bed kind of like this. You probably really get away with doing it like that, right? And the reason why I'm setting the beds there and kind of sacrificing the space is because you really don't need it. The botanists, they work so fast compared to the other processes that there's no point. There's really no point in having like 8 tents, you know what I mean? So actually, no, you don't need 48. I can fit 5 there. That's new. No, we're not doing that. So there you go. You're gonna want 6. That's 6. Yeah, that's 6. So so yeah, 6 per area with a bed for the botanist. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So there's that layout. Now here, this is where you're gonna want your mixing area, if you will. So let me get that set up real quick. I'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, so I was actually looking at this, and with just remembering how quickly the botanists were able to essentially just flood the racks, I think I'm just going to go with a 4 botanist setup, just to kind of see how that works. So what I'm going to do, also because I want to be able to prioritize the chemist and handling station, I want to be able to put more resources into handling and chemists than the botanist, just because of how much output the botanist can actually put out. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of basically this whole area here. All right, guys, I'm back. So to fill you in, my brain is working a little bit a little mad today. So just to kind of run you through what I'm thinking as of right now is, so I have two botanists. They each have 6 tents that will be producing your cocoa. They will then pull that. And I was wrong about this part when I first initially said it. I said to pull it into the storage, but really you just want to go ahead and output directly into the cauldron. I'll go over that later. But yeah, I just thought I'd insert that here. And then you're going to want another shelf somewhere through here. I'll set this up and I'll show you that here in a little bit with gasoline to then also use it on the cauldron. Then from there, I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm assuming you can just, do the same output that you could on a mixing. And then what I want to do is I want to then output that product to this mixing station, where then a handler will, again, from a shelf over there, and this is going to apply for all this, so I don't have to keep repeating myself about, the shelf over there. A handler will then pull a material from a shelf to this mixing station, Okay, and so we're going to want to output to the next mixing station with material. And then we're going to want to export to the next mixing station with material. So on and so forth until we get to here, where then we will have 8 different mixes. All right, guys, so for the storage in the middle here, I just set up 24 storages. Just, you know, like this. Just horizontal. Going all the way along. You can fit more storages if you'd like. I personally think this really should do. If you want more storages, you can add more storages. You could add probably another like 5 here or something. But I'm going to stick with this for now. I also forgot to do this. So you want to add your 2 large storages here. This is going to be your supplies that your employee will pull from for all this, you know, your seeds, your soil, all that good stuff. So all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this other side set up real quick to be like that, and like that. And we have the 2 jar racks for there. Now this is where the fun part comes into play. So we want gasoline to this first one. We want Coke to the second one. We want paracetamol to this third one. We want gasoline to this fourth one. And then we want Coke again to this 5th one. Now, what we want to do, we want to go to her, and we want to do battery to this one, and then we want to do the horse essence to that one. And then the magic bean to the last one. That running to there, this running to there, that running to there, this running to there, that to there, this to there, that to there, this to there. Alright, so I want them to pull from here to there, 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 and to there. So I was sitting here, I was waiting for all this stuff to grow, and I realized that it was taking fucking forever. So I'm just going to go ahead and add fertilizer and speed grow. Speed grow to, you know, obviously speed it up, and then fertilizer to bring the quality back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and made a little bit of a change. So to the supply storage, this is pretty much what you're going to want it to look like. I can now finally show you and myself if this process does truly work. This is going to be an 8-stage mixing process. Dude, that's going to take ages, man. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, fucking, we might as well get another cauldron. I think realistically, to make this a bit better, you can move this cauldron there, that cauldron there, the oven here. Seems like it'd be a lot better, but I don't really feel like doing all that over again. So, it's done yet? Yeah. This is working swimmingly, guys. This is the last stage. So I am glad to say that this whole process does work. All right, everyone. So I have actually found a way to automate an 8-stage mixing process for Coke in Schedule 1. So it starts with the botanist, who will harvest the materials and bring them directly to the cauldron. Now, the side the cauldron is on will determine which 2 botanists will bring to what cauldron. So in this instance, these 2 botanists will bring to this cauldron, and these 2 botanists will bring to this cauldron, where then I have the handler bring the gasoline to the cauldrons, and the chemist, obviously, to do the work of, well, cooking the cocoa leaves, where then the cocoa leaves get output into this lab oven, where the output is then brought to this mixing station. Now, this is where things get a little complicated, so bear with me. So, now, we have a handler who will pull all these materials that you see here from these storage racks over here. And I have it set up in the order in which it will go based on the order in which it will be mixed. First, we have the motor oil that then gets output to this, which is going to be our first kook, which then gets output to this mixing station, which is paracetamol, output to this mixing station, which is gasoline, then to this one, which is going to be kook again, then to this one, which is battery, then to this one, which is horse essence, and then to this one, which is our magic bean, where then this output gets put all the way over here to this storage rack, where then a handler will take from this storage rack, they will move it to this packaging station, where then it is packaged and put onto this shelf right here. It works 100%. Well, there we go, everyone. If this did help you, leave a like and let me know down in the comments what I could have done differently. And I'll see you later.
Well, why don't you do it?